Beyond breaking news, this is Broken News with John Swalski.
Hello, and welcome to Broken News. My name is John Swalski, of course, your host, and boy, do we have one hell of a show for you tonight. Oh, Jesus Christ. Oh, you know what that sound means? The sound means that we're getting a call from our band leader and my first cousin, Mike Greenwood.
BNN Direct.
Okay. I'm like, please tell me I didn't just spill that on my shirt in the middle of the take.
Error.
You can pause it right now.
Oh, sorry.
No worries. Hey, Mike in LA, how's it going?
John, is that you?
Yes, Mike, it's me. Who else would it be? I'm calling you on the BNN Direct line.
BNN Direct.
Brought to you by Uncle Chip's Rice Crisps. By Uncle Chip's Rice Crisps. If they're not chips, if they're chips, you know they're not chips? Something like that. Can I do that? Rice Crisps. If they're not chips, then they're chips. Fucking A. Hold on. Brought to you by Uncle Chip's Rice Crisps. If they're chips, you know they're not chips. Anyway, Mike, what's going on?
Oh, well, John, I'm working on my rock opera for Approaching Zenith.
Approaching Zenith.
Of course, it's called Hand Pantasia. I've been working really hard on it, and it's going to be really great, John.
Doing Hand Pantasia.
John?
Oh, no, sounds great, man. Sounds really, really good. I wanted to take this time now, Mike, I wanted to get serious with you. I wanted to take this time to talk a little bit about last week's snafu with the whole contract thing.
I looked at the contract.
No.
Thank you for letting us get past that, as Uncle Franklin always says, if you ain't got family, then what do you got? And if you ain't got family, then, as Uncle Franklin said, if you ain't got family, then what do you got? And what do you got if you don't got family? Well, family's everything, right? Because if you don't, then what do you got?
And if you ain't got family, then, as Uncle Franklin said, if you ain't got family, then what do you got? And what do you got if you don't got family? Well, family's everything, right? Because if you don't, then what do you got?
Well, I don't know if Uncle Franklin's really the best judge of character on that one, John. I mean, he was the one that wore ashless chaps at Thanksgiving, right? And he took the lawnmower into downtown Manhattan, that little joyride, you know what I'm talking about?
Yep. And all of that was before he got caught at customs trying to smuggle scented bath salts where the sun don't shine on our annual family trip to Canada's Northwestern Territories.
Canada's Northwestern Territories, exactly, John. And he didn't have to do that. They wouldn't care. He could have saved face and his bunghole. But it's a moot point now. So anyways, I think it's really not really important that we argue about it or talk about it, because we're going to see him on Flag Day, and we're going to have to revisit it all then,
Yeah, you're right. Well, one thing we can learn, folks, from this bizarre familial exchange is that no matter who your family is, you're stuck with them. You've got no choice. And sometimes you gotta do stuff that you don't want to do for the sake of pleasing family.
Like being forced to collaborate with your insane cousin who you think means well, but always does some extra weird shit to make you kind of question everything that you've ever experienced behaviorally and environmentally growing up. Isn't that right, Mike? Digging for gold as always. Classic. Forget it, Mike. No, not a problem. Don't worry about it. It's fine. Anyway, Mike, we'll see you for Tinkle Time. No, we don't need to hear Hand Pantasia. No, that's okay.
Coming up this week on BNN, we'll be breaking down this week's news, going deep on public schools, talking to my intriguing roommate, Rodrigo, famous in Brazil, Fernandez, find out how to dress for any weather, and discover an on-set romance. So you want to stay tuned for that. And now, a word from our sponsor.
Today's show is brought to you by... This advertisement paid for by the Committee of Dramatic Pauses for Commercial Viability.